And we are back here on KFYO Mornings. Dave King, Matt Martin here on a Tuesday edition of Dave and Matt in the Morning. 33 degrees outside, 47 the forecast. High today on this December 10th. And as we do, I guess, what is it, the first Tuesday? Second Tuesday of each month?
Yeah.
Eddie McBride sitting here live in our studio.
Dave,
I
Matt,
feel honored.
Well, it's nice to be back. I'm honored to have a chance to talk to y'all and your listeners, so thanks for letting me come in.
Well, glad to have you. I've been looking forward to this since yesterday because you always impart some good information to our audience. And one thing I'm reviewing your newsletter, as it were, and I noticed once again that I asked you how many chicken dinners with green beans do you eat a week? You seem to be going to a banquet with someone like every day.
Well, we not only
it's a luncheon or a nighttime event.
Well, we have a lot of events at the chamber ourselves, along with other projects that we do. But a lot of stuff going in the community, obviously, especially business-to-business type activities. It's real important to both promote as well as make a show at any of those opportunities that are even not chamber-led events. So we're real happy to support just about anything we can in the community in that respect.
Yeah. Well, I noticed also in the newsletter that the United family is the November business of the month.
Our good friends.
And I was saying, no kidding, they're good friends to Lubbock for certain. I know they went a long way to help us with our very first honor flight. Mm-hmm. Always will remember United. But they could be the business of the month every month.
Well, easily, because what we do is we measure the fact whatever they do in time, talent, and treasure, what they give back mainly to the chamber, but also to the community. So recently, obviously, they've had a good chance to support us in many endeavors. So they support us heavily with our barbecue. They support us heavily with our uncorked wine event. They do a lot of business-to-business efforts on their own in town, so we're real proud to have the United family as members of the chamber and really glad to promote them as our business of the month for December, the last month of the year.
Yeah, and of course, that reminds me that they're going to have some stiff competition come to town with HEB. Have you heard from HEB?
Absolutely. HEB has come in, and they've come in with a bang with a lot of support already to nonprofits, and when they open up the store probably sometime early next fall, if not late summer, they'll be hiring 430 people in our community.
Wow,
so
for one store?
For one store, and it's a great South Lubbock location, obviously with the growth of Lubbock out that far, and so we're glad that HEB's decided to come to town, and we're looking forward to partner with them on whatever opportunities we have with them as well.
One thing that just reminds me, a store that size out there in the cotton fields really is going to solidify the building and the progress that's going to be made out there in that area.
Well, not only the growth as far as residential, but obviously commercial properties as well. But Loop 88, when it goes in, the outer loop is obviously going to speed things along when it comes to people getting from point A to point B across town. Instead of being 15 minutes anywhere, it could be a little bit more when you go that far south of town.
Well, it'll be 17 minutes.
When you have the loop, though, that'll help it. That'll keep everything at 15 minutes.
The one thing that I found funny about HEB was they stuck themselves right across the street from Walmart. It's almost like, I'm not afraid of competition. I'll
there's a lot of these folks that like to be near certain. It's just like you see the drugstores. They like to be next to each other. So they can offer that competitive choice for you to do, and we love those competitive choices.
Pretty familiar with HEB?
Am I familiar? I can't say I'm familiar with HEB. I've been to a couple, but the folks that we've met with so far have been very, very helpful for us. Getting them started in the community, and we want to do everything we can to make sure they get off to a good start.
Where are they going to warehouse the Lubbock store? Out of where?
What their distribution chain is, I don't know. I really don't know. But that's what we'd heard for years is the reason why HEB. I heard when I first started at the chamber, and I think one of the first big rumors we heard is that HEB's coming to town, and this is back in 2000. So we've been hearing it for a long time, and it just finally came true. Yeah. So, but nonetheless, it'll be good to have them in town.
I've heard the same thing. It's they were too far away from their distribution center. And my understanding is that's what makes a grocery store work. They got to have that big distribution center that they used to not. But that's the new way it works.
Yeah.
So what have we got coming up at the chamber?
Well, we have end-of-year stuff. We obviously are doing a lot of preparation on what we want to get done in 2020. So a lot of that planning and a lot of those conversations and discussions are happening. But tomorrow we have our young professionals are continuing on. Tomorrow they go to the High Plains Water District to have a lunch and learn where they're going to learn about the importance of water in West Texas. So anybody
can't overstate that.
So young professionals, anybody that are out there, they can see the type of conversations that these young professionals are having to learn more about what's going on in our community. So Young Professionals is a good group, and if they need any information, they just need to contact the chamber, and we'll tell them everything they need to know about young professionals. Then Thursday night, we're going out to South Plains Food Bank. We have our business after hours out there, and it's a great chance to go and learn and see what they're going on. David Weaver does such a great job in our community, and it's nice to have a chance to go out there and not only have a chance to collectively gather, but also to learn more about what's going on out at the food bank. We're real happy to have a chance to go out there and see David and his gang. They do such a great job, but it's always good to do anything we can to help promote what they do as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We have a texter this morning that, and I don't know that this falls in your purview, but I will run it by you anyway. It says, can Mr. McBride address what the chamber is doing to help clean the homeless out of downtown? I don't feel safe going there at night.
We obviously, there's a homeless committee that is going on at City Hall even as we speak. And the inputs we've had into them, I know they're going to have a report here soon. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it's going to be this month. So they're going to have a report on what this homeless committee has come up with. And it's one of these things that there's a lot of entities in town that are already addressing it, as far as the homeless issues. And the LPD's homeless outreach team is doing a good job of helping, control it as well as support those folks. And I think all in all, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the report is going to come out with at a committee down at City Hall is actually leading that. So when it actually, we'd have to get the city folks to tell us precisely what the homeless committee, when their report's actually going to come out. But that'll be the next step to answer your listener's question, is to see what they are going to be doing to help address it as well. It's been being addressed for a long time now. So it's important that everybody knows that there are efforts afoot to make sure that we work on the homeless issue.
Quick break, and we'll return with more of Eddie McBride, the CEO of your award-winning Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, after this. Okay, 7:47 a.m. Dave and Matt in the morning are back with Eddie McBride for the Chamber. So what were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about a variety of things. Last talked about the couple of events we have coming up with the young professionals, as well as the South Plains Food Bank Business After Hours. But we have a new program that we have going on at the Chamber, too. We've revised our Young Entrepreneurs program. We have a new Youth Entrepreneurs class curricula that is going to be starting in January. And it's for middle school to high schoolers. It's called Be the E. It's built on the 4-H curricula platform. And so we're going to start a new curricula, if you will, teaching kids how to be their own CEO, to teach them how to create jobs and not only teach them how to be an entrepreneur and start up a business, but also we'll be promoting the capitalism and free market enterprise systems with them as well. So proud to have a chance to teach these kids how to obviously learn how to come up with their idea, learn how to pitch it, and then learn how to launch their business. And so we're real glad to do that into the spectrum. I mean, the Innovation Hub does a wonderful job helping entrepreneurs and startups on campus and throughout the community, and this is kind of the other leg of it. Instead of working with adults, we're working with kids. But really enjoy seeing those kids learn about the business environment and learn how to start their businesses.
Well, and that's hugely important to start these kids out young on capitalism and show them.
Absolutely.
The old lemonade stand idea.
Yeah, it's exactly the same deal. Now, this is an 18-week program that we start in January, so we have business people come in not only to instruct but to advise. So they help these kids. So if anybody's got a child out there that they think that might be interested in creating their own business and learning that, get them in touch with the chamber, and we'll sign them up for the Be the E program.
They need to experience it young.
Absolutely. Well, if you experience it young, those of us who didn't even realize what we were doing when we had our newspaper routes and our lawn mowing jobs, I've been doing that all, started that early on, but never did really understand how that business and that work ethic would really carry you the rest of your life.
Being an old farm boy, I started driving a tractor when I was 13.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
you learn how to work.
That same. But there's a lot of kids nowadays in the urban and suburban environments don't have that same opportunity. We need to have these kids do more of that. So I think it's great.
So, I just one thing, kind of, I guess I'm switching gears a little bit, but we had a small business Saturday.
Yes, sir.
I think it was last weekend. One small business that I personally love is Sharpshooters, but I'm just going to throw them out there a little bit. But
you bet.
But talk about the importance of actually shopping local with our small businesses here.
It's that makes up the majority of our business environment throughout the nation, not just Lubbock. But 70% of our businesses in this town have less than 20 employees. And so what that means is that those businesses, and there's thousands of them, and those businesses, not only do they support products and the services that they provide, but they also give money to the booster clubs. They also go and help volunteers at the whether it be the child sports or whether it be arts or whatever their kids are involved with. So these business people are not only the strong basis of our economy when it comes to providing products, goods, and services, but they also do a lot of other very wonderful things in our community as well.
Support our churches and
absolutely. So
and our schools.
We Small Business Saturday. We say we support shopping local and shopping small business every day, not just the Saturday after Thanksgiving. But the fact of it is, when you bring attention to the importance of the small businesses in our community, it really helps people understand the fabric of our society is really based on the jobs that they provide, and again all the things they sell and make available, but it's what they do in our communities as well. So small business is not only the fabric, but it's the backbone of our entire economy. So not only Sharpshooters, but all the folks that obviously sell products and goods and services.
And here's the other thing I've noticed about shopping places like Amazon, or even if you look at Walmart recently had to pull stuff off of their stuff, is you're getting a lot of third-party people.
Oh, yeah.
And you never know what you're really going to get.
Yeah.
You shop small business, shop here in Lubbock, walk in the store, you get to hold it in your hands, you know exactly what you're getting.
Well, the online buying, there's things it can do, there's things it can't do.
Oh, well, it's easy. I mean, it's a last minute,
for some things.
Yep, some things.
But like, you're never going to be able to have a successful or put carpets, flooring centers out of business. That is something people want to go. They want to look, feel, and touch it.
What they miss talking to the experts too. When you go into a small business, they are the expert about what they're selling.
Yeah, like Napa.
And so they go. Yeah, exactly. And so what you have a chance to do is you have a chance to learn. When you shop online, you don't have a chance to really consider anything except customer reviews.
Well, but it's there's certain things you can buy online, and you feel comfortable in doing so.
Sure.
But it's not going to take the place of everything, all the brick and mortar stores. But I do want to ask you very quickly, and maybe you can. Well, we'll come up with that question after this. 7:52 a.m. Quick break, and back with more in a moment. And we're back with Eddie McBride, Chamber of Commerce Business Expo.
Business Expo for 2020 is going to be February the 6th, and we're going to be exploring the treasures of the business community. So it's going to be another great event. Business Expo is one of the best business-to-business trade show opportunities in Lubbock, and so folks will have a chance to come down and meet with we're talking about this small business stuff, and most of the members we have at the Chamber are small businesses, right. So it's a great chance to come down and meet them and learn about their business and do business with them if they have a chance to do that.
You can stand there and talk to the experts.
All day long. February the 6th over at the Civic Center, and please call us if you're interested in exhibiting, or call us if you're interested in getting a ticket.
Yeah. And, of course, February 6th.
February 6th, 2020. Already talking about you're just talking a few weeks away.
That's not that far
at all. The new year,
Man, do you believe that?
Yeah.
Yes. Santa is just almost here.
Oh, my gosh, yes. 2 weeks from tomorrow?
Yeah, something like that.
Tomorrow, I think 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Well, the 10th, so 10 days will be the 20th, so 15 days.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And a day.
Holy smokes. That's great. But everything else is going good.
Well,
we haven't, we've had a great year. 2019 was good. We had our third 5-star accreditation with the U.S. Chamber, so we're very proud of that, representing our businesses, representing our volunteers, and So I think it's good to wear that recognition. So it
Well,
was cool
Lubbock
to
should
get
be
that this
proud
year.
of our chamber. You guys have won
thank you,
award
Dave.
after award. I see that today at 11:30 you're having a High Plains Underground Water
That
Conservation
lunch and
District.
learn. Yes, sir.
Lunch and learn.
Yes, sir. With our young professionals.
Well, we
No,
mentioned
tomorrow.
that.
That's tomorrow.
I'm sorry. We have a ribbon cutting with Blair Chiropractic.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Chiropractic
70
today.
70-something years. That's a
70 something.
yeah. It's great to recognize our businesses like that.
That's something. All right. It sounds like that's about it for us, and we're going to be out of here until a month from now.
Till next year.
In
Dave,
January.
Dave, Matt, thank you very much for letting us bring the chamber to your listeners. We appreciate the chance to talk to you guys.
You betcha.